The Umpqua RiverHawks are in Eugene to take on the Lane Titans in the second game of a doubleheader scheduled for 7 innings. Umpqua took game 1, but the Titans were looking for redemption, and they came out ready to make a statement. Torsten Hersom gets the call in game 2, and on a tough 2-2 pitch, the ball escapes his grip, sending the leadoff hitter to first. Right away, Hersom locks back in. That would be the only offense the RiverHawks would generate in the frame. The next batter drops down a sacrifice bunt, and Nolan Donovan is right there to handle it for the first out, with the runner moving up to second. A fly out to Donnie Morgan in left field follows, and then a ground out to first baseman Caden Felts, who flips to Hersom for the third out. Ryan Day leads it off for the Titans and gets drilled in the side to take first base. Then Quentin Olson is grazed by an inside pitch, and the Titans have runners on first and second. Peyton Tyner steps in and lays down a sacrifice bunt, moving both runners into scoring position. Bases loaded, 1 out, and the infield is playing in. Cody Roletto then steps up and drives a hard ground ball that slides by the diving second baseman and into right field. Day and Olson score, and Lane jumps to a quick 2-0 lead. Hersom goes back to work in the top of the second, and Donnie Morgan shows off his speed by tracking down a fly ball deep in the left center gap for out number 1. Hersom then grinds through a long at-bat, firing 5 straight strikes to start the sequence. After a swinging strike, the batter fouls off 4 pitches in a row, but Hersom continues to battle and gets him to chase a sweeping breaking ball off the plate for his first strikeout of the day. That is followed by a ground ball to shortstop Sebastian Contreras, who scoops it up and one-hops it to Caden Felts to end the inning. In the top of the third, the RiverHawks create a little noise. The leadoff batter lines a looping single to left field, but Morgan gets it in quickly. That is followed by a textbook sacrifice bunt, and Donovan is able to barehand it and fire to first for the out. A great play from the reliable third baseman. Hersom strikes out the next hitter by dotting the outside corner for the second out of the inning. Back-to-back walks then load the bases, but Hersom quiets the bench and silences the threat by inducing a routine grounder to second baseman Jalen Riddle, who flips to Felts to end the inning. Peyton Tyner walks to get the Titans started in the bottom of the third. Then an off-target throw off Cody Roletto's ground ball is all the speedy Tyner needs to advance to second and break up the fielder's choice. 2 on, no outs. Morgan advances Tyner on a fielder's choice. Roletto is tagged out at second, but there is no chance to get the blazing fast Morgan. With runners on the corners, Donovan drops down a perfect sac bunt up the first base line. There's no play at the plate, and Tyner comes home to make it 3-0 Titans. Torsten Hersom comes out dealing in the top of the fourth, striking out the first batter with a fastball. The next hitter sends a deep fly ball to the right field gap, but Peyton Tyner robs him of a base hit with a backhand grab as he races toward the fence. Another defensive gem from the outfield. A walk and a hit batter put 2 on base, but Hersom threw water on the rally with his second strikeout of the inning to shut things down. The bottom of the fourth gets going with 2 outs. Ryan Day is hit for the second time today. He scored in the first after getting plunked, and this time Quentin Olson absolutely crushes a ball to deep right center. The center fielder plays the bounce off the fence. Day scores from first standing up, and Olson slides into third for the game's only triple. The Titans go up 4-0. In the top of the fifth, Sam Wilson is called in to finish the game, and he makes short work of the RiverHawks. The inning starts with a pop-out that takes Sebastian Contreras a few steps onto the outfield grass. The next batter sends a lazy line drive that Contreras corrals for out number 2. Then comes a shallow fly ball into left center. Contreras, Olson, and Morgan all converge, but Donnie Morgan says, "Not today." He charges, falls off the shortstop, and makes a diving backhanded catch to end the inning. Cue the highlight reels. That was sensational. Morgan then brings the juice to the plate in the bottom of the fifth. Leading off from the left side, he jumps on the second pitch and absolutely unloads on it deep to right field and gone. Well over the wall, and even the center fielder's desperate route cannot bring it back. That was a monster blast. The Titans tack on another run and surge ahead 5-0. With 2 outs, Caden Felts lines a single to the opposite field and left. Sebastian Contreras follows with a hard ground ball single past the diving third baseman. A ground out ends the inning, but not before the damage is done. Going into the top of the 6th, the Titans lead 5-0. Sam Wilson takes the mound and starts strong by striking out the first batter with a wicked splitter that dives into the zone and freezes the hitter for called strike 3. Nolan Donovan puts away a high pop fly in foul territory for out number 2. Another high pop-up to Sebastian Contreras ends the inning. And the RiverHawks go down in order. The bottom of the 6th starts hot with back-to-back singles, beginning with Quentin Olson shooting one past the first baseman into right field. Peyton Tyner followed by driving an outside corner pitch for a line drive single into right field. With 2 on and nobody out, Cody Roletto adds another RBI to his night with a hard bouncing ground ball that gets through the left side gap and into left field. Olson shows off the wheels, barreling around third and gliding over home plate to score the 6th unanswered run of the contest. An infield fly, an error, and a double play bring the inning to a close, but the Titans have added more breathing room. The RiverHawks are down to their last 3 outs, and the Titans have no intention of giving an inch. The first batter sends a towering fly ball to right center, but Quentin Olson has all the time he needs to settle under it for out number 1. Cade Felts fields a routine ground ball and flips to Wilson for out number 2. With the RiverHawks down to their final strike, Wilson slams the door with a gyro slider for a called strike 3, and that will do it. The Titans completely dominated Game 2. It was a flawless defensive effort with no errors and stellar play from all over the field. The outfield ran down would-be base hits and turned them into outs, highlighted by Donnie Morgan's diving play for the 3rd out in the 5th inning. The infield did its part too, with sharp execution and clean work that never allowed the RiverHawks to build momentum. Donovan's play on the sacrifice bunt in the 3rd inning was another example of that steady defense. The offense was electric, with every batter churning in at least one quality at-bat. Lane finished with 6 runs on 8 hits. Cody Roletto and Quentin Olson each had 2 hits. Roletto drove in 3 runs. Olson drove in 1 on the game's only triple. Peyton Tyner was perfect at the plate with a hit, 2 walks, and a well-executed sacrifice bunt in the 1st inning. Sebastian Contreras and Cade Felts each added a hit, while Nolan Donovan chipped in an RBI with his textbook bunt in the 3rd to score Tyner. Donnie Morgan crushed his 2nd home run of the season, and he did it from the right side of the plate this time. Torsten Hersom delivered a strong 4-inning start, allowing only 1 hit while striking out 4. He worked through every threat the RiverHawks put together and helped set the tone for a combined shutout. Sam Wilson came in and shut the door completely, going 9 up and 9 out with 2 strikeouts, no walks, and no base runners over the final 3 innings. A total team victory and a well-earned redemption. Congratulations to all the players and coaches, and thank you to the friends, family, and fans who support the Titans.